you ever get to like that part of the week where, yeah, we're clearly on Wednesday. Happy hump day, everybody. But it felt as if it was both fast and slow. That's kind of what it feels like for me. I don't know. But anyway, let's get to my low, my high, my act of kindness. Let's see, what was my low? I don't know. I guess my low is I kind of just fell out of it and just went to bed early last night, not really doing what I normally do before I go to bed. And I felt kind of, I mean, once you set a routine, it's kind of hard to, get back in a rhythm, So I guess there's that. My high is, what is my high? Well, I guess my high really will stem back to the fact that I did get to talk about something really important in yesterday's video. Because it was really important. And my act of kindness was I actually did something for, basically, I helped replace some paper towels at my folks' place. So, yeah, it's one thing I did. Didn't really stay very long, but, it was nice. So, good morning. And actually, I already said happy hump day, didn't I? So, I guess I can get into something I did here yesterday where, okay, if any of you are unaware of this, believe it or not, One Piece is actually going to have a Netflix live action series. Now, you have to understand, for years, even now, whenever anything involving something like anime or a cartoon or even a video game, with maybe the exception of the Mortal Kombat movies, that aren't Annihilation, by the way, get live action movies, they are bad. Very, very bad. Some go from just being laughably boring to not even remotely following the source material to, in the case of The Last Airbender, being critically panned due to whitewashing, among other things. So, whenever I hear an anime or anything like that getting a live action movie or series, I'm like, just stop, guys. It's not going to be any good. And more often than not, it's never any good. Again, I just mentioned The Last Airbender, even though it's really not an anime. But Dragon Ball Evolution. Pretty sure Death Note got one on Netflix. I could go on and on. Not to mention Cowboy Bebop is getting one too. I never really watched Cowboy Bebop when I was a kid, so I don't really have that much of an attachment to it. Although I have been considering watching it, late to the party and whatnot. So I will have to get to watching that if I want to. My point is, I don't want what happened to something like Dragon Ball Evolution be for what happens to, One Piece. And I bring this up because not only is it actually official, it is becoming a thing, it's really becoming official, and it is becoming a thing. Because they just announced the One Piece live action cast. Well, here's my thoughts on this. The one important thing that I can legitimately say about, actually, let me do one thing first. Hold on a minute, let me, hold on. There's one thing I want to look up before I really go into it. Here we are. Okay. And keep in mind, this is from what I think, this is what I've seen. I don't know if these actors really are such, but one thing that actually does look remotely good is the fact that years ago, when Ichiro Oda came up with miscellaneous facts about the Straw Hat Pirates, such as what they're usually thinking in their inner brain, or what animal they closely resemble, or what their favorite food is. He also talked about what would happen if, let's say, One Piece did take place in the real world, and every single one of the Straw Hat Pirates had their own nationalities, which they do. Specifically, if you need to know, Oda said that Monkey D. Luffy would be Brazilian, Zoro would be Japanese, Nami would be Swedish, Usopp would be African, Sanji would be French. And yeah, I know they only listed the cast from Luffy to Sanji, but I'll list the others just in case anyone's curious. Chopper would be Canadian, Nico Robin would be Russian, Frankie would be American, Brooke would be Austrian, and Jinbei would be Indian. So, yeah, you now know one of the many miscellaneous facts about, the Straw Hat Pirates. And it looks as if the live-action cast has the nationalities right. I mean, again, I didn't really pay attention to what the main cast is going to be, but Usopp is definitely African-American in his nationality in this series. Zoro definitely looks Japanese. Luffy is definitely Brazilian. At least stuff like that fits. So there's that. And another really apprehensive thing about having an anime become a live-action series is, even if it was for something like a small story, there are so many intricate details that you need to get right. And in the case of One Piece, this is a story that's lasted, over 24 years. And it's still going. Now, obviously, they even said that they're not going to do the entire story of One Piece. They couldn't. I think they're only going to do the entirety of the East Blue Saga in 10 Netflix series episodes, which, okay, I guess. Because I actually have, because a while back they actually leaked what the original screenplay was going to be. And a lot of fans did have hopes. But again, I'm always going to remain apprehensive because, that's just how I am, especially when it comes to stuff like this. So, from what I've seen and what I've gathered, all I can say is, holy crap, they're actually getting this together. I can't believe it. Really, I can't believe it. So, do I still have any hopes? Not really. I mean, there's going to be some fans out there that are going to be so hopeful that it's good that even if it turns out bad, they're still going to say it's good. There's going to be some fans out there who have their hopes up that are going to be completely destroyed. There's going to be some fans out there that will always remain skeptical and call it bad outright. Not saying I'm going to do that, but believe me, there are plenty of fans who are going to do that. There's going to be some fans looking for all the little Easter eggs and making little detailed notes. That was in the anime, and you've seen the live action series, therefore it's validated. I could go on and on. again, as much as I love One Piece, even I have to admit, I really am a casual fan. Like, you want a real fan of One Piece, go check out the GrandLineReview. Liam, who is the host of the GrandLineReview, like, he is much greater of a One Piece fan than I will ever hope to be. I'll put a link to his channel in the description down below. And you should probably subscribe to him too, because he really can be funny. And, now that I bring up the GrandLineReview, I just want to point out one thing. When I say One Piece is a huge fan base, I'm being serious. Not just in America, but all over the world. In fact, Liam of the GrandLineReview hails from Australia. Yes, land down under, if you will. Sorry, I'm never going to speak Australian like that ever again, I promise. But I felt as if I needed to explain it, And no one really does, and sometimes people don't really get an explanation unless you tell them. So, there you go. And I'll give it a chance based on what his reaction is. I mean, when it comes to releases of series like this, some fans are gonna, or RogersBase too. RogersBase, he's also a really great One Piece fan. I'll put links to both of their channels in the description down below. Like, both of them, when they talk about what their thoughts on it are, they're gonna give like a spoiler-free edition, and obviously not spoiler-free. So, obviously, I'll watch the spoiler-free one because that would make the most logical sense to do. And if I do like it, and granted, this is predicated on if I even get an opportunity to watch this at all. If I do like it, I'll go to their actually spoil-filled reviews, and then, well, actually, I'll watch it and then go to the spoiler-filled reviews, excuse me. I'll watch it, then go to the spoiler-filled reviews, and then maybe I'll make, like, an opinion based on that or something. I don't know. But considering that there is an actual legit One Piece cast, you know what? I'll put a link to that in the description down below, too. I'll put a lot of links in the description down below. Holy cow. It really does tell me, like, holy cow, this is happening. Like, how and why is this happening? I don't know. But it's happening. Do I hope it's good? Well, as a One Piece fan, yeah, I hope it's good. I really hope it blows everyone's expectations out of the water, in fact. But the track record for stuff like this is just so bad. It is really, really, really bad. So much so that I can make an entire video of all the examples regarding all of the, attempts at a live-action remake of anything, be it a cartoon, anime, video game. And I would need to do more than one video because there's a lot to talk about. And yet there's nothing more that I could add that hasn't already been talked about too. So I'd essentially be caught at a crossroads. But regardless, to those who were, to the cast who was just announced, and again, I'll put a link to who got cast in the description down below. Congratulations. You are definitely young. You're hungry. You got your foot in the door. You got what's essentially a really big break. Congratulations. I just hope that what winds up happening isn't so bad that you're completely blacklisted from any Hollywood executive studios. Because that does happen. Worst case scenario that happens. But I would say a bad scenario would be you do it, but you wind up not putting it on your resumes. Again, I don't really have the greatest of hopes, but I'll keep just enough of an open mind to see what other people think after everything's all said and done. Like, favorite, share, the subscribe button, follow me on social platforms using YouTube. I have a very homemade video for all you guys watching Joe for a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And remember, you guys want to talk, share, and we'll be here to land those right back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.